Hi YouTube, I'm Harry, and today in this video I'm gonna talk about a topic that, of course, has been titled in the video. So I want to talk about uh, some steps you should take to create a machine learning project for AI writing. So this is an example project I've created months ago with my friends, and we have publicly shared. So I'll leave a link in the description. You can check it out. So machine learning is a pretty thing that when we talk about it to make it, so we'll think of coding, right? So of course I want an easy way. So we want to use a tool. Its name is Etch Impulse. It's a very compact full tool and really easy to use. So I will introduce and help you, instruct you to use the tool to make an AI writing project. So this project names Vietnamese AI writing Vietnamese because I only recorded a few alphabets. But anyways, it's still able to record and detect alphabets. Okay, so we're gonna look through this. So this is just a danger zone, and we're gonna be careful about it. And okay, so first we have a dashboard, right? Next thing we go to the devices. So we have a list of devices here. So you can connect your module, right? Like Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. But I don't recommend you do this if you want not to code, because you really have to code some Python code to connect the API, HTML API to the model. So you don't really want to do it. So the thing you don't really want to do coding is to connect your phone to HTML like I have here. So we have a connect a new device button. Just press it, scan a QR code with your phone, and yeah, you'll be able to connect it. Alright, so after you have connected your phone to your to Edge Impulse project, so we're gonna go to data acquisition. So at this step, we have collect data. So you will learn some label, sample length, all the machine learning fundamental information you will need to learn. So before you proceed, the next step you need to learn all of this to absolutely record the data, upload it on this dataset, and split it in a pretty percent rate like it. Um, I have recorded numerous letters. It's all Vietnamese. You can see me zoom. Okay, okay, okay. So I have recorded a few letters before, and they are like numerous data samples. We just take this. This is all the sum of the sample length. Okay. Next, we go to the experiments. I don't recommend you do this because this is too easy for you. So what Eon Tuner can do for you is to run numerous, I mean super numerous circumstances of a machine learning project settings, the builds inside the neural networks, so it will get you the best build for you to choose. I don't remember, but I have run it before, and yeah, these are the best builds. You can take it from this Eon Tuner. It runs for you, so you don't have to test it out. But of course, for the best educational use, just gonna walk through this manually. So the next thing we have is the time series data. So the the structure of your machine learning project. So this is the most important part besides the data, right? So this is an overview of your thing. So we have a time series data, we know size, we know increase. You will have to learn this before you proceed to the next step. So in this project, I use spectral analysis. Of course, you can use other things, but it has to be paid. I remember shows up blocks. I remember, yeah, for enterprise, you have to pay. But we have other steps, and for accelerometer data acceleration, this spectral analysis, which record and handle three-axis XYZ data. This works best for it. So just follow my instruction and you'll be fine. So for the next is the learning process. This is the data processing process, and this is the learning process. I'll just call it like that. This is the classification, of course, and you need to learn this how this works before you can do. This is an anomaly detection key means this is an optional block that you can add into if you like. But classification, of course, I think this is pretty required to add in. So you can add in another other blocks, but those are for enterprise, not free. So you don't really need to use it, just classification is enough. Also, each impose provide you recommended settings. So if you use that data, it will provide you a specific uh, and suitable blocks for your machine learning project. And of course, the output features, and you just gotta save it to save it. This is the name of the project, the name of the block. So if you don't want to status, just don't worry. Okay, so the next step is the data processing. So of course, I won't explain all of this. You will need to learn all of these fundamental things about machine learning. You can search up on the internet before you actually manually fix and edit this. So after you have edited the settings right here, the scale axis, I recommend just input a filter. You just pick the filter. Most of the analysis greatly is greatly adjusted to fit most of the project. But if you want to change it, feel free to do so. And now we have pretty many boards and diagrams and confusing things, but you need to learn before doing this. Okay, so after processing your data, you have finally fixed it. So we have like this, so features for, and you can also read other information from your data. Okay, so we let's just go to the learning things. So this is a classification block I've set before. So we have training cycles, learning rate, training processor. If you really have to pay the enterprise, then you can use the GPU to train. But yeah, since this project is not too big, so we're just gonna use the CPU setting. And these are just uh, the optional settings are optimized for most of the project, but if you have a specific need, just edit it. Feel free to do so. So I have chat before with dense layer 25 neurons. This is your neural network architecture. You can add an extra layer to it, like in your scientific reports you have read. Just add in with calculation in your own math and add it in, make it to have the best accuracy, smallest loss, and yeah, and you'll be fine. So we have the final result, which is pretty good, right? You know, so many greens and so few reds. This is good sign of it, right? All right. So we're gonna proceed to anomaly detection. If you don't use this block, just skip to the next part of the video. But if you chose it, then let's walk through it. So I recommend you pressing this, but if you also press other things, then just fine. So anomaly detection came in is an algorithm that you will need to know before you use this. So I'll just use the default settings in the machine learning project from HMPose. And we have the final diagrams like here. If you know how to read it, feel free to do so. Okay, so if your project finally trained is doesn't really like what you have thought of, you have imagined of, just retrain it. Here's the settings for you to retrain for the things I've said before. Train model and everything will be trained right here with the logs, and you just need to wait. Next is the leaf classification. You need to connect your device and set it up, then run your sample. Give your project a new sample, and then just test your project if it works fine and other things. Because once you have learned machine learning, you will face some problems such as um, over learning. I don't remember the definition of it, the name of it, but yeah, I think it's over learning. Okay, I will comment it later in the comment section so you guys won't be misunderstood. Alright, so yeah, model testing. So this, let me open another second. Do you see the test here? When we train, we only use these data samples in the train package. We don't use the test one. When do we use the test one? Right here. So after we have trained our model, we will use the test one to train your model to test your model. You use completely new data samples to test your model to see if it works efficiently. So for anomaly, I think you can't detect when we write when we scribble things, when we just write a letter. But this is just an example, so we don't need to take it serious, right? And next is a deployment. So for this, I think you should aim in model testing, but if you want it to deploy to your model, these are the options. You have many other options, numerous and numerous. And yeah, they will be supported in the future, so don't worry. You just need to contact. And anyways, you can contact to Action Post to like deploy in a specific model, in a specific structure of things. I don't know, but if you have specific needs, just contact them and they will support you. The forum is a little bit positive. I don't know. This website is run on I think 2022, so the forum is pretty new, but they are positive to have you. So you have any question? So yeah, so you have other boards right here, other modules you can choose to deploy your project on those. And obviously you have versioning. So versioning is like version 1, version 2, and other things if you want to save your projects in versions. And so that's all the things I want to show you to walk through and how to create a simple writing project without even have to code, really no coding. So if you like this video, just drop a like, drop a subscribe, and maybe comment something positively, or maybe just give me a feedback. I will take your feedback into consideration. I will try my best to improve the video quality in the next video. Okay, so peace.